everyone. It is my great pleasure to welcome all the enthusiastic and passionate participants to the Notable Knowledge Transfer Series. Second lecture titled Transforming Industries, Harnessing the Power of Industry Cloud Solutions of the School of Computer and Information Science at IGNOU, New Delhi. IGNOU, being a world largest open university, will be adding a new and innovative dimension to this session in terms of speakers from the different areas. Our sincere welcome to our Professor Suresh, Director Sources, all the directors, regional directors, colleagues from sources, including different faculties from different schools of IGNOU. A very special and welcome to exceptional and today's speaker, Mr. Vidyasagar ji, Head Cloud Advisory Services from Tata Consultancy Services, Hyderabad. And I also extend my warm welcome to all the participants across the spectrum of academician, industry professional, in particular to the many young and promising learners of BCA, MCA, PhD program, and faculty members of IGNOU. It is noteworthy that the day of this knowledge transfer series rolled back somewhere in the March 2023, when discussion started with the Professor Suresh and other colleagues from sources. The main focus of knowledge transfer series is to provide an opportunity for all the professional and aspiring students and academicians to exchange their ideas in the field of computer science. And I surely hope that everyone finds this knowledge transfer series a worthwhile experience, and I wish a very grand success of this event. Have a great learning experience. Now I request our Professor Suresh, Director Sources, to address the gathering.
Yeah, thank you very much, Professor Sandeep. First, I would like to thank our Vice Chancellor, Professor K. Nageshwar Rao ji, for permitting us to do this webinar, and also he extended his invitation to Vidyasagar ji from TCS. Now, I would also like to thank our Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Uma Kanjilal ji. She will try to join us. She is at the ministry. So during the webinar time, at any point, she will try to join us. And now I would like to welcome our guest of the today's webinar, Dr. Vidyasagar ji. He is from Tata Consultancy Services, and he is having more than 19 years experience in the technology industry. He is currently heading the Cloud Advisory Services at TCS, and he had led more than 30 plus proof of concepts covering virtual machine security, databases, and cloud services. At TCS, Vidyasagar drove cloud and digital marketing initiatives, fostering innovation through solution architecture, POCs, and skills programs. He is highly regarded for his visionary insights, promoting innovation and consulting in emerging domains. His role as an advisor and speaker at event highlights his influential presence in the field. So, sir, we welcome you, sir. In our department, we are offering PhD in Computer Science, Master of Computer Applications, Bachelor of Computer Applications, PG Diploma, Mobile Application Development, and Certificate in Information Technology programs. And our enrollment to our BCA program is more than 15,000 per semester, first semester of the program. So you can say cumulative, we are having maybe around 30,000 students, at least in BCA. And in MCA program also, we get around 5,000-6,000 students every 6 months fresh admission. So there also you can expect approximately 20 to 30,000 students. Now, this webinar, we are focusing on our faculty at Indira Gandhi National Open University, as well as our students. So we are basically webcasting this particular lecture through YouTube also. So many people have already joined YouTube, because normally we discourage them to use the link, because people start sharing many things in parallel due to lack of knowledge. So many people have already joined on YouTube, and Zoom link our faculty had joined, and some students have also joined. This lecture, sir, will be very beneficial to our students and faculty, because cloud computing is one of the courses of our MCA also. And as you know, it is one of the emerging fields also. They will be immensely benefited from your lecture. As part of your lecture, you can also tell them how they should prepare a career in cloud computing after MCA or during the final semester of MCA. So thank you very much, sir. Now I request you to kindly start the lecture. Thank you very much for joining and accepting our invitation.
Thank you, sir. Before sir start, I think we have a few announcements to make. So I request all the participants to mute their mic and switch off their camera. And during the presentation, if anyone has any question, please use the chat box and to send your queries. And during question answer session, your question will be taken. Now I request today's expert, Vidyasagar ji, Head Cloud Advisory Services, Tata Consultancy Services, Hyderabad, to start the presentation.
And Professor Sandeep, you can also remove the backdrop now.
Right. No. Yeah. Once he start this one.
Because initially he may not share, he may speak for a while and then share. But backdrop can be removed so that everybody is visible.
Sure.
Yeah. So can you hear me? Am I
audible? Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, and I am very glad to be here to share my thoughts on the cloud. And the participants are faculty, students, and all the PhD guys. So last 6 years in our journey, what we have seen in the market, how the market is changing, especially the industries. So there is a drastic change what you see before COVID and after COVID, especially. Because before COVID, if you see, most of our focus, even I would say the industry focus is also on the technology. So when I say technology, it's all about the .NET, Java, Oracle, databases, programming languages, maybe networks, servers. It's more about, we are all thinking about more in a kind of connected environment, or a very solid environment, siloed environment. But after the pandemic, if you see, suddenly the traction has gone more into the services, because everybody is sitting at home. You can't travel, you can't get what you want, and the shift gear, if you see, it went more into the services. So how quickly you can get the things sitting at home, and what are the services that were missing, which were not there? I would say which we never anticipated in India, that we need this kind of services, and where we need more people to come. And because when you have a mobility option, when you go out and explore and get whatever you want from the shops, then you never had a problem that you needed some kind of services. But the moment you are sitting at home, you can't go out, and you need somebody to provide even a very small groceries to the most important machinery and items that we want. We realize that importance of the services, and that's where I could see from the cloud transformation a new era started, which is about industry. So in last 2 years, we have witnessed so many different industries which were not there earlier. We have witnessed our desire, our requirements as a customer, everyone's requirement, which we never thought of in the past, that what I want in a car or what I want in my mobile. We as a customers, we explored a lot of things, and we have given a kind of requirement to our the companies. As a customer, what is your thoughts? What kind of features that you want in next 5 years as a user? So there is a by-way communication happened between the industry and the consumers. And then we have seen, from a traditional technology transformation, we have seen more an industry revolution in last 2 years. So which I'll talk about now. And apart from all, those who are pursuing their career in MCA or BCA or in PhD, especially in the computer science, default is cloud. So cloud is no more as an emerging technology or a future technology. Cloud is already sitting at our home. It's in our kitchen. It's in our every area. So default is cloud. So what you need to explore is to start from cloud. The way you have seen the market, your departments, your environment, where you have, let's say in a campus of 40 acres or 50 acres, you have 15, 20 different cloud labs, on-premise labs are there. But today, most of the labs will be cloud-based. You will not see heavy physical spaces, but you have to start exploring your own territory you need to create, your own environment you need to create. And why we have to create, and because that is what the market is going now. Whatever you are developing, whatever you are going to host it, the entire platform will be on the cloud. And that's how our customers are moving. So I would like to give some of the real-time examples, how the industry is moving, what what aspects we are expecting from you. So let me, here I have, can I share my screen? Yeah.
I think Sandeep, he is unable to share, I think.
No, I can.
No,
Let
no,
me,
I
let me
made
just
him
see.
co-host. Sir.
Yeah, sir. Now you can share, sir.
Okay. Let me know if you are able to see my screen.
Yeah, sir.
We
We
are
are.
able to see.
Okay. So it's 10:14 now. Let me go till 11 next 45 minutes so that we can have time to discuss whatever questions and all you have. You can put in the chat window. Then after my session, I'll take up the questions one by one. So what we are discussing is the power of industry cloud solutions. Now, when you say why industry cloud solutions, we are going by cloud and all. So I'll bring that aspect. What are the industry cloud? What are the challenges? And what is the role of hyperscalers? When I say hyperscalers, I hope you have come with some basic understanding on cloud. If my and I also I assume that you know some of the basics of very at least definitions of the cloud. What is a public cloud? What is a private cloud? What is a hyper scaler? So predominantly hyperscalers all our public cloud. What we talk about the Azure, Amazon.
Vidyasagar ji,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt you. I think, can you be a bit louder? I think your voice is a little bit low.
Oh, okay, okay. Just give me.
Right. Thank you.
Is it better now? Hello.
It is good now.
Okay. So the first one. Okay. Why organizations are moving to cloud? This is more important because we should know the 5 major parameters that are required for organizations to move to cloud. Obviously, the speed, because the way you cannot handle your on-premise environments anymore. It's very difficult to scale your environment to the higher scale, and as per the market demand, you cannot simply get more physical infrastructure. And everywhere you go for cloud, faster the market, then you have to improve your productivity, you have to improve your operations. And I'll give the horizon picture of what industries are looking. And second and foremost thing is the stability, because the way you are operating with the cloud environments, you always, being a customer, you will promise 99.99% availability to the market, because that is what market demands. Just imagine you are a mobile user, and suddenly there is a network down. Next 10 minutes you can't use your mobile. How frustrating it will be. So the environment that you will expect is always 99.99% availability. That's what hyperscalers says. The third one is scalability, scaling up and down. A simple example is on a Diwali or shopping in Amazon, then uh, Amazon announces that next 2 days will be a high discount. So we all wake up at morning 7 o'clock and we wanted to quickly grab our items at a large discount. So what will happen? Suddenly you have 100 times the user spike to the servers. So the current servers which are executing at a scale of managing, let's say, 1 million customers. Suddenly they have to manage 1 million customers. So where you need to suddenly scale your servers, you need to spike up your performance, and you need to handle the load. The fourth most important is what you see at on-premise is uh, you'll get your college email address, and then you will log into the system with a user ID password. When you you will see you will have multiple steps. First, it will accept your login, then it will give you OTP, then it will ask you to enter your birth rate or your iMobile PIN. So why there are multiple factors or multiple authentication factors? Because of the security. So it will try to ensure that it is you who is operating and not someone else, or not a robo, or not a chatbot. So security implementation at every premise, at on premise, in your own way is always is a difficult for us, and we need someone who will define the international standards of the security so that we can adopt it. And the last one is savings. So there are two aspects we have to say. One is the capex and opex. Capex is capital expenditure.
Vidyasagar ji, sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt you again. I think there is some issue with the voice or sound, audio.
Just a second. Let me. Let me come with my headset. Hello. Can you hear me?
Uh,
Is it better now, Sandeep ji?
no. I think it is same. It is coming same.
Let me increase the volume.
Yes. If you can, yes, yeah. If you please.
Oh, I think that is it. Now, can you hear me now?
Yes, much better.
Okay.
Much better.
Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Right.
So savings is what I was talking about, capex and opex. Capital expenditure. The main two reasons why people are thinking about cloud. Now, take your campus example. You have 20 labs, and then you have 5 labs. The first part is you need to get the land, you need to get the environment, you need to buy the servers, the IBM servers, rack spaces, and all. Then you need to create the infra for the virtual machines. Then you have to set up the network, you have to set up the security, you have to get the power, you have to get the backup, and all these setups for just one lab, which is your capital expenditure, one time expenditure. Now, OPEX is the operational expenditure. Every year you need to scale your servers. You need to increase. Now this year all your VMs are running with a 4 GB RAM. Next year it will be 8 GB RAM, or maybe even 16 GB RAM, as per the new syllabus, new curriculum that you have got. Suppose you are more into gaming, then you can imagine what more environment is required. So as and when you see, the every year the expenditure of the on-premise environment will always keep high. At the same time, you may use it 100% or you may not leverage it 100%. So this is where you need more uh, thoughts about how you are going to handle. So all these five are leading to cloud, because there is someone who is providing the environment, who is maintaining it, managing it, and you as a user, you are consuming whatever resources you require. So I would say cloud is more like is a shopping cart. So you go to any supermarket, get whatever items you want, and just pay for it. So it's more like a marketplace. What is provided by the cloud, what you get in the market. Now, so this is about the typical environment setup of any public cloud. You have three major areas: compute, storage, and network, as you all know. So in terms of resources, what you are going to buy, what kind of storage you want, and what kind of network you wanted to leverage. And that's it. You go and build your own environment in the cloud. Now, how industry is coming into cloud? The reason industry is coming into cloud, you take any of these industry in last 2 years, the first stage is You take any company, for example, a telco. So for a telecommunication company, what are the different departments normally you see? They will have engineering, which typically deals more about the core engineering capabilities, like how the networking is happening, how the Wi-Fi is strengthening, about 4G, 5G. This is where you will find more into engineering aspects of telco. Coming to manufacturing, if a company is handling their own services, their own network towers, and their own products in the telco area, so that's where their manufacturing will look into that. And this is what typically the companies are working so far in last, some 5 or 6 years back. If you see the industries, the way they are building their own manufacturing elements, for example, automobile, you take the cars, the trucks, the heavy vehicles, the way they are manufacturing. It's more about they have both engineering as well as manufacturing. While manufacturing focus more on the device or the body of the machines, engineering aspect is more on what new elements from the technology that they can add to the with respect to the engine, the speed, the fist, and all the details. But these industries are running in their own environment and they have to scale large. With the current environments, it is difficult for them to scale large. So in the stage two, they are adopting these hyperscalers in cloud where they can experiment it. For example, while I give the examples of each and every industry, you have the large number of IoT devices. So how you are going to get the data from IoT devices? Yes, the companies have their own engineering mechanism, how you extract the data from the IoT devices. That is fine. But if you have to analyze the data, what is coming from those devices, then your current environments, when I say the industry's current environments are not of that category. So all their environments are more into manufacturing and engineering. So they need another environment which will analyze this data, which will give the insights. So that's where they are adopting cloud. At the stage three, I would say we are at stage three in the whole world is in stage three, where you are not just banking on one cloud, you are banking on multi-cloud. The reason is you don't want to be vendor locking. So you buy all your resources through Azure, and after 2 years you find, no, can I get Amazon because Azure is not having all the all the requirements I want, or can I go by Google because Google is more known for its high compute engines. They want Google, uh, for example, in the artificial intelligence and other areas, they are adopting Google. So they wanted to have a combination of cloud. That is what multi-cloud. And the fourth one now that is emerging is industry cloud. How you are going to take all these different hyperscalers and develop your own industry cloud. Now, when I say industry cloud, what are the different industries that we have? As a consumer, you will see industries are around us. You take retail, where we have what is that? Walmarts, the supermarkets, the chain of retail business we have, or you take energy sector, the way we are getting into solar and other areas, and then telcos are very fast moving, automotive, then aerospace, and most important, if you are aware of if you have heavily used education. Education, when I say e-learning, e-learning is one of the major R&D happened, I would say, in last 2 years. You have seen hundreds of uh, e-learning portals have come, and it's a $1 trillion business today. If you see, e-learning, e-teaching, coaching has become a $1 trillion business, and especially in the open sector, because everybody is sitting at home, right from the kids who cannot go to, and the officers who have to we have to train ourselves, and all of a sudden you have seen education has really gone, I would say, 10 times above what we expected, and we got more into things. The another area, I would say, media and entertainment. There is a heavy change of the OTT platform because We all sat at home. We haven't get a chance to go to theaters and watch the movies. So the major uh, entertainment for all of us is the OTT platform. So you have seen how in last 2 years the number of web series have came, the number of OTT channels have emerged, the number of new services have been came from the media industry. So I'll take few of the examples that it will be more clear to you from a architectural angle, from a uh, requirement angle. And there are two areas, or I would say three areas, which are really going a little bit low at this moment. I would say one is defense, because defense cannot open to the public because of the security and other reasons. Even though they are, we are providing at a manufacturing level or at a usage level, defense is still defense is using. If I take American US defense councils, now they are using uh, public clouds, but in a way private cloud way. Then another area which was rigid till last year, leveraging cloud, is the banking sector. While services are different, but the core banking is still running on its own legacy platforms on the IBM's mainframes and all. But banking sector is also slowly moving. And so defense and banking sector, and third important sector is the government. Government is always, again, it's a face of people. So there are a lot of other things, and most important uh, aspect for government is the security of the people, the records, the information, which is uh, the personal information, PHI, PII, and in the government. It's not so easy for them to suddenly switch into the new platforms, but there is a lot of R&D is happening. They are exploring. So if I take a couple of examples so that you'll be more clear on what's happening. The main impact happened to the most of the universities and colleges is how you are going to operate. A university having, 10,000 students, 30 or 40 departments, various labs, and all of a sudden the education has to continue. So how you are going to, because if you see the typical colleges and all across India, we have you must go to college, you must leverage the lab, you have in the lab, do your practical and write the exams. And all of a sudden you cannot go to college. How you are going to leverage such a scenario? So Blue Valley schools, uh, they have understood the problem being in the US. So all of a sudden they thought, what is the best option that they can go where students can continue their labs, continue their education without much any problem. So what they have adapted is they have taken Microsoft Azure, they have taken the Microsoft Azure help to create a complete virtual platform gallery, and then they have given all the accounts to the students, the cloud accounts, and Microsoft. So it's not about the cloud labs, it's about your typical, let us say you are in a chemical engineer, you are a manufacturing engineer. There are some certain simulations that you have to do on the automobile area, and you need a lab where you can do the practical you are doing normally at your college when there is no pandemic. So within a span of 2 to 3 months, they set up the entire environment for the entire university, and all the students have got their own accounts, credentials. They can log into Azure, and then they can see the marketplace. They can see the environments. You have to just log in and complete your labs and set up. Since this whole environment is in the cloud, the moment you submit your lab exercises results, there is another chain of uh, you know administration mechanism through Office 365, where your faculty can see, they can give you assignments, they can see the results, they can plot the charts using business intelligence from the Power BI and all. And it just suddenly a new transformation even to the departments also, because you can see how many students are there, how many have completed their exercises, and you can just uh, with one click you can create a chart which will shows who are the toppers, who are leading behind, lagging behind, how many still open exercises are there. and what percentages of students have completed all the given tasks. So it's all about a self-service business intelligence dashboard is behind, just in front of you, and job easy. Uh, Another one is Bournemouth University, where this the earlier example is about public cloud because they have leveraged Azure, but this university they have taken their entire environment. The whole university they wanted to hold the entire workloads, so they went ahead with Cisco. They have leveraged Cisco's Hyperflex, Intersite, Nexus switches, and then they created their own environment. So here they went more by the networking by leveraging Cisco and their own private cloud. Again, the operations and everything is same, but they got their own environment by using Cisco. So you have both examples. One university have gone to private cloud, another university has gone to public cloud, but the both of them have adopted cloud because they need to continue their you know the education cycle even without or without pandemic. So this is about education, and we all know food and beverage companies. And interestingly, these are the first companies. Uh, I could say long back only Pepsi has adopted cloud. Now, why these companies have to go on the cloud? Because they have their products across the market. Everybody will use, on a daily basis. You will go with a, Lays or chips or Coke. We are all regular consumers of these goods. Now, what is the need for these companies to get onto the cloud? It's about the customer experience. So, if they wanted to really see what is the trade-off, how they are going to showcase or how the is there. So, what are the channels that they are going to leverage? And what is the leads? Suppose you are going by an ad in the TV. If that ad is resulting um, the lead to customer, when I say lead to customer, like you have released a new product in the market, that's a Diet Coke. So if they release a Diet Coke in the market, within they don't wait for 3 months or 6 months. They'll hardly wait for next 48 hours. How the people interest is on Diet Coke? How many are using? What is the people opinion on that? And what is the platform that I'm going to use to promote this? Okay, I have taken one video ad, and there is one advertisement, and there is a hoarding on the outskirts of Delhi. So they see, okay, I have 4 5 different channels of marketing of my product, and which one is giving me more results? Through the ads on the road, through the hoardings on the road, or through the ads on the Google, or through the video channels? So they have to analyze the data. And to analyze the data, they need a platform. And this analysis is not a very small data, right? You have millions of people who are consuming these products. So the data you will also get in terabytes of data. So you need an artificial intelligence platform which will analyze this data. So which will actually get the data from all the supermarkets across the India and then give them a result. Okay, the result will show your product sales are high in Mumbai, or probably a little bit low in Uttarakhand, and moderate in Delhi. So how these results are coming, and even if I take individual product, Lays is more consumed in the suburbs of the Delhi, or it is more consumed in the uh, you know IT sectors of the Bangalore and Kolkata. So this kind of results they want, and why they want these results? As per the demand, you have to supply. You should know where the consumers are more, in demand, and that's how you need to improvise your campaign strategies. So the areas where it is going low, you need to have more campaign strategy. The areas where it is consumers are high, then you need to do some first hunt and go and talk to them and ask them, get the feedback so that you can give more better products there. And that's the reason for a companies like food and beverages, it's very, very important to have feedback from the customers, because one feedback that this product is bad will ruin the entire product life forever. So from the years, now why they are into cloud now? This problem is there even 10 years back also. Getting a customer feedback is happening since my childhood. But why they wanted to cloud now? 5 years or 6 years back, all our marketing campaign strategies are very traditional. You have your own suppliers, wholesale and retail suppliers in the market, who are your mouthpiece. You have to just depend on them. They used to provide the data. Okay, in my area, sales are good. But that's not the case now. You need to analyze and find out next to 5 years what kind of products people are using. And that's where they wanted to leverage the different platforms which are coming with built-in services of the data science and artificial intelligence. So people who adopt the cloud in this forum, who are more interested in knowing the future thoughts, you have to focus cloud and AI. And let me tell you one thing, not every person, including me, can be an expert in all the areas of the cloud. You will have a breadth knowledge, you will have a depth knowledge. Breadth is what you will have each and every segment of the cloud, whether it is a private cloud or public cloud. The depth is as per your career, what platform you will choose, whether you want to be a data scientist, you want to be a network specialist, or you want to be a computing expert, or a cloud security expert. There are at least, I would say, 15 to 20 varieties of roles are there, which can be potentially you can choose as your career path. Okay. Athena, Athena is the transformation chief. This is a new role she has taken few years back. So she wanted to see what is a consumer experience, what is a commercial excellence, and operational excellence. So she went ahead and see the e-commerce, especially the sales, the supply chain. Supply chain is very, very critical, because you should know how fast you are going to supply the Pepsi products in the China region, and how you are going to supply these products in a region where you cannot climb so easily, let us say Uttarakhand region. So the marketing is, while one area, supply chain is always a big challenging. If you don't identify the low areas, gray areas, the whole supply chain management will be broken down. So she started focusing in all these departments, how she has to bring up the strategy. And today, if you see the kind of technology that PepsiCo is using with all the open standards, so they have their applications are hosted in the open area in the Kubernetes and containerized areas of the cloud. They are leveraging almost every important aspect of cloud technology, which will help them to analyze their supply chain, to improvise their market, and to adapt new technology. So this is more about food and beverages. The next one is healthcare. I'll give you one of the three that one should know. You go to any diagnostic center today, get some testing done, and nearby to your home, go there and do some normal medical. You go after 1 year and try to ask for your records. I'm 100% sure that you will not get your records. The reason is, most of the small healthcare providers like diagnostic or small radiology departments, what these guys are doing, it's happening from the years that they are buying standalone software from the market, which you will get it as a 10K, 15K, 20K. And 1 year they will take, because they don't want to put money on the software. So after 1 year, if you see, again, some other new guy will come. He will sell the software, again, the standalone software with a lesser rate, and they will shift to that. Now, what happens to the last 1 year history? Gone. And this is the reality in many of the cases. We see the hospitals would turn down their name or change their name after 3 years or 4 years. If any hospital changes its name after 3 years or 4 years, history is gone. But that is a dark side of it. But Brighter side of it is hospitals cannot be traditional anymore. Hospitals have to know the patient data from last to 50 years, the genetics, genes, how you are getting this peculiar disease while your entire family or the previous seven generations of your family never had that problem, how you only got this problem. They have to analyze a lot of things. It's not just only the body analysis. There is a lot of information has to be kept. So there are companies coming in the market which are analyzing, which have thought that you can't have a traditional or standalone operating environments anymore, which will maintain the pharma, patients, medical, all these data. So there are certain companies in the market who have come and leveraged largely the cloud environments. What I would say, so one of the company which is based out of Hyderabad is it's it's a very beautiful thought that they have come up. That's a Drew Care. So if you see about the company, what they mention is 2 continents, 300 users. When I say 300 users, users are typically they either hospitals or diagnostic centers or any medical centers. And how many patient records they have? 13,94,666 patient records. You will never find such a history of any hospitals. The reason is this particular company is completely cloud based. So the offering that they are giving is software as a service user. For example, you have a hospital and you will register as one of the user, and they will see based on the data, records, number of patients you have, they will charge. So the charging mechanism, keep it aside. But the way they are maintaining is the whole software is coming as a service. The environment infrastructure in the background for this offering of care, they are maintaining only through cloud. And this is the third company which has selected as a part of Indian's government Ayushman Bharat. So since they are leveraging cloud, any customer who has registered with this company, the data is there forever. It is not like after 1 year you remove the standalone data and everything data is lost. No, it's all cloud based. It's all maintained, well maintained in the cloud. Now, what is the advantage? You have a diagnostic center, then you, let's say you are you brought this Drew Care and you have put all your data, patients information, cards and everything with this. Now after 6 months, you wanted to see, okay, in the northern Delhi, what is the why people are coming for a particular disease? Let us say most of the people are coming for a gallbladder issue. You find out of 10 records you have, 10 inspections you have, out of 10, 8 of them are facing gastronomical problem. So there is something in that area, there is some issue with the food. Because if out of 10, 8 people are facing one or other gastronomical issue, then there is certainly a problem with the food. I would say the food with the hotels around that area, maybe the stale food or the food is not hygiene. They're using some other kind of bad material and which is directly impacting your gutter. It need not be investigated by food and other departments. The simple thing is the records of the patients are clearly giving that area has some problem. Similarly, there is another remote area in Rajasthan where you find most of the cases are coming with the eye care problem. So there is something in that area. Why every person is getting similar issue with their eyes? So it could be the atmosphere, the climate, something is causing, or even the water. There is something that is badly damaging your eyes. So if you have the data, large data on the cloud, you can apply all the healthcare related algorithms, play around that, and then you can find out the real cause for it. So you need the data, and that's how the whole industry is going in 3 horizons. Horizon 1, move all your on-premise applications to cloud. Horizon 2, leverage the cloud modules or the cloud engines that are available like artificial intelligence, data science, big data, where you can experiment with the data you have. So if I take and then the Horizon 3 is target your future. So there are certain companies in US which are targeting Right from you live, you born in on this earth till you die, they will continuously monitor you. Okay, you take my case. Let's say I got 40. The moment I'm 48. The moment I reach 50, I'll get an alarm from from any of the hospitals in Hyderabad, or the diagnostics, or the healthcare that I take. Let's say care health provider triggers me. Hey Sagar, you reached at 50. This is where your father also got a heart attack, as per the previous records you have. So it is better now you go for a cardiac, checkup. So they'll see my past, my current, and my future also. And they'll tell me that this is the time you have to go for. Uh, it's been 2 years. Your blood pressure is circulating, but we have observed some sugar levels are shooting up. So better you next month you go for a checkup. Even you don't know because you haven't done, you haven't tested your BP or diabetics at home, but you got some message on your mobile that we have been constantly monitoring you because of the wristband I have, or the digital wristband I have. They are monitoring me, and they say that yesterday night we have found your sugar levels are up. And how this is coming? Because the data is streaming continuously to the cloud data servers, and backend AI machines are running continuously. Then the analysis is coming out, the reports are coming out, and the moment reports comes out, you have to inform back to the customer. That means reports have come out. Based on the report, there are certain triggers fired out. These triggers will send mails, SMS, WhatsApp messages, email, everything is done automatically by the servers in the cloud, and it will pump this information to the respective customers. So while one customer has to focus on the diabetic, another one should be on the cardio checkup. So Horizon 3 is what uh, I would say what we have seen from the days that Star Wars or Mission Impossible. You can see the kind of Hollywood kind of movies. They'll tell what will happen to your future tomorrow. And this is exactly is happening, the visionary of the Horizon 3. We are there somewhere in Horizon 1 and 2. Horizon 1 is moving to cloud, the applications. Horizon 2 is more about leveraging all the important aspects of the public cloud, the major modules. Horizon 3 is all, the future. They are making our future ready. And that's why healthcare has become a more important aspect for the cloud area. Okay. And Practo is another example. During pandemic, we never gone to hospital because we are afraid of going there, and you also get infected by COVID. So suddenly you got some stomach problem, you need to consult. Then you have a Practo app, connect to the Practo app, then take an appointment. You will have a doctor. He will connect you over the Zoom. He will discuss with you. He will prescribe certain medicine. Then you order for the medicine. The medicine will come to you at home. You have another mobile app through which you will order for the medicine. Then the medicine will be delivered to your home. See, the entire e-consulting or e-medicine is all happening through one mobile app, which is Practo. So this is again all cloud supported. So we have seen a phenomenal change has come in the medical field, where we started exploring all the cloud platforms because of the large scale of data we have and the necessity to explore the data. So if you are choosing cloud as your, or computer science as your career and platform, you need to choose a right domain. And when you say domain, the domain will not come after you complete your BCA or after you complete your MCA. No, the domain is around you. You have to know, you have to pick up one of the domain, and you have to do some certification in the domain. For example, you find healthcare is superb area, that where your interest is there. Go and do some kind of nursing course. Go and do some kind of healthcare course, so that you will become a healthcare SME. The simple thing, if you have to find out different proof of concepts, you wanted to do some different labs and exercises, the most important thing is you need to have the subject. You must be a subject matter expert in the automation, or in the healthcare, or telco, retail, government, pharma, whatever it is. You should have a solid basics about that industry. If you know about the industry, you will know banking. The biggest threat for banking is the neo-banking. I don't call it as a threat, but still, even today, if you don't know something, you don't know how to apply for a, what do you say? You have to apply for a gold locker. You have to apply for a gold locker, then you have to go for a, what is it, franking you have to do. You have to go to the bank, get an application, fill it. You have to go to a, the outside register, some agency. You have to go there and do a franking of your paper on a bond paper. You have to come back and submit those franking documents to the bank. Then they will give you a gold locker. You find something challenging with your, checkbook or something. You don't know what to do. You wanted to apply something. You will go to bank, because from the years we are more comfortable in going to bank in person, talk to our customer care executive, or talk to our own banking officer who will give more insights to us. But if you see 60% of our day-to-day operations, we are more or less doing through this kind of neo banking. We are not going to banking anymore, especially for few cases like registration and other areas. So most of our work is happening through neo banks. So neo banking is the next future banking, which completely operates from the cloud. And already all these, the large players already started their own neo banking. So you can see the Geo payments or Kotak or payment banking, even Airtel payment banks, all have come. And this is going to the future. You hardly have. How this neo banking works? So if you try to understand the architecture of it, we all use mobile or internet banking or any third party. The different modules in the bank are like account management, your payments, and the core banking will remain as it is. This neo banking is not going to replace your core banking. The core banking is the finance, the loans, the credit cards, the payments. The structure of the bank will not change. And similarly, the CRM, how you are maintaining the customer relationship management. And similarly, the bottom database, the data centers, the network infrastructure, you will have more scaled environments, but that will not change. But what will drastically change in the upper section? The features, the mobile banking, the kind of features that you are expecting from your bank. Earlier, you have a loans option, right? You have a loans option. You have to go to the bank, submit a lot of papers. But nowadays, you see, it will say on one click that, hey, you are available for the following loans. You just go and check the loans. Okay, you got an instant loan for your mobile. You can buy an iPhone. You just click, and the money will be credited. So the front end applications, the design that they are deploying in the cloud, while the core banking operations still remain in their on-premise environments or their own private. So you see a hybrid cloud model here. The user interfaces are going into cloud, while core operations are sitting on the private cloud. So the built-in frameworks, core products, the banking environment will not change, but they expose their services through APIs, and that APIs are consumed by various companies in the market, which are actually the neobanks. So neobank is not maintaining its own. They may leverage on the larger banks. This is a very, very new concept. So banking is slowly coming into the cloud space. Another most favorite area is media sector. So what we are experiencing, OTT, over the top, VOD, video on demand, TVOD, transactional video on demand, SVOD, subscriber based video on demand. The terminology looks to be very, surprising, but if you see as a customer, daily you are watching Netflix, you are watching Amazon, you are making payment for it. Suddenly you found a new webcast has come in the Geo, so you will rush for Geo. You will also subscribe another $200 there. Then you got in Dhoni's media entertainment. Then you will go and spend another 200. So at the end of the month, if you see, you spend at least 1,000 or $1,500 on 4 or 5 media channels. And when you spend it, you are very careful that, okay, I want a group device. I want this to come on my tab, my mobile, my laptop, my wife's device also, or my mom's device also, because she will see the traditional things. So as a customer, you are going with a subscription based, device based license. And then what is happening? The media is streaming, content is created. And the moment you see any Netflix or Amazon, the moment you open it, you will see top 1, 2, 3 serials, top 1, 2, 3 movies, top 1, 2, 3 web series. How they are getting this? How they are rating as a top 1, 2, 3? Because of the viewers, because of the data that they are exposing to the cloud. You have the content which is shared from the various medias to the social. You are playing it, you are watching it on demand, and you have your own favorite channels you are designing, and you are analyzing which is your subscriber and device management. This subscriber and device management is absolutely happening on the cloud. If you understand how it is happening on the cloud, most of us logging to Netflix or Amazon through our Gmail account. We are not logging with some any other things. We are logging with the Gmail account, and that Gmail account is maintained by the Google Cloud, and they are handling all our subscription and everything through our registered mobile numbers and accounts. And the content is completely aired in the cloud, because millions of videos, millions of webcast series, no media company like Netflix or Prime Video, they can handle it on premise centers. It is a petabytes of data they have, millions of videos. So they need to leverage the cloud storage, and they also stream it. The streaming, if you see the live streaming that happens through the cloud to our devices, the whole thing is a complete media architecture. And this is one of the beautiful area where you can understand a lot about cloud, how the streaming happens from multiple devices, how the data comes, how the live streaming happens, and what is the network speed, what is the assumed network speed when somebody is uploading their web series to the Netflix. We are all watching, but we are not uploading, right? We are all watching. But how about the companies who have created web series and who are uploading the content to Netflix? What is the stream that they are buying? What is the uh, secured pipeline they are buying to push their on-premise data to the cloud? How much they are paying per data, per byte, or per 100 GB, let us say, per GB, how much they have to pay to the media companies? It's not just you create some movie and host it, right? There is a subscription mechanism is there. If you are a corporate, the subscription is different. If you are an individual, the subscription is different. You can't just push the things. Take the case of your iPhone or mobile. If your iCloud storage space is beyond 100 GB, they will charge for you. So the cloud, they will control the customer's space. That is one of the major area that you should know from the media sector is the storage. Storage plays very vital role in the media sector. You have compute, storage, and network. Storage and network are the most important elements in the media sector. So when you tomorrow when you think about media sector, you wanted to do something in the media sector, the areas I would say is analytics, definitely, device management. So this is where people who wanted to pursue your career in cloud administration, device management, subscription management, user management, cloud administration, Azure administration, AWS administration. All these are most relevant areas for your career. And trust me, if you have 1,000 Java developers in the market, you have hardly 5 network cloud engineers or 5 cloud administrators in the market. This is a niche area. If Amazon wants to establish their data center in Hyderabad, imagine how many network engineers they want, how many administration engineers they want, how many cloud security engineers they want. They don't want people with Python knowledge. But unfortunately, today, many of the people out of 1,000 students, if I see, 999 people are learning only Python. Why? There is no logic. They're just learning Python with no logic. because you don't know what kind of career that you need to build or what kind of role that you wanted to be. You wanted to be a chief risk officer in next 5 years of your life, or chief security officer, or chief transformation officer. What is the career that you wanted to build is what you have to decide today, which will shape your career in next 4 years of engineering, or 2 years, 3 years. So media is one sector where you have advertising, analytics, monetization. How do you know that this content is secure? This content is not uh, published by our rival countries? How do you give authenticity of this content? Who will qualify that real, not fake? This content is not created by a robot, not created by some generative AI platform. The content qualification. You can be a content quality engineer who will decide the content quality, and then you will put a stamp on this. Yes, this content can be published. This is 100% pure. This is not fake. That could be one role, that could be one job, quality engineer. So media sector is one area which is heavily leveraging on the cloud. Telco, an interesting area, the fast growing area. We all know about 4G, 5G, but what is the telco? You see, the traditional telco, they have their own leased lines, their own on-premise servers, their offices, their huge godowns, markets, their own private networks, WAN, MPLS, IP WAN, and fixed voice plans. But today, this is one part of the which simply says you go and tell someone, okay, you are able to talk to that person. That's it. Contact between the two people is one area. But what are other areas that telco is emerging? Telco has petabytes of data. In that petabytes of data, they wanted to analyze, they wanted to put a security, how your numbers are secure, how your numbers are not tracked by anybody or not trapped by anybody, the securities that they have to implement, the kind of professional services they have to bring. And then 99% we are using our mobiles as for our marketing, our digital marketing strategy. We are using IoT devices. We are sending data back and forth from our mobile devices to laptops, from our mobile devices to every other connected device. So connected devices has become a big challenge for telcos. So how do you scale your network? How do you handle, how do you assign the IP addresses? So how do you handle the large number of mobile devices? They are leveraging on cloud. Because you are using gaming, you are using OTT video content, health and fitness, e-learning. We are using mobile for everything. So how these telco companies are establishing the cloud? What are the new apps that are coming out? How they are providing the new services to us? We have to study. If you're an Airtel customer, if you're a Jio customer, go and study the Jio features as a telco, what they are providing to you. It's not like, okay, I've taken Jio on a monthly subscription. I'm paying some 500 bucks, so I can go. I can play the games. I can play the video. I can go to Facebook. I can go to YouTube. That any consumer will do. A consumer who is a mason, who is a plumber, he can also do the same. So as a consumer, we as an engineers, we are not different from a common man. But as a consumer, what we have to see is how this OTT streaming is happening. What as a telco provider, Airtel is providing, what Jio is providing, what Vodafone is giving, what Ericsson is giving in the Europe market. I'll give you one example. Drone as a service. Suppose you have a marriage. You wanted to engage a drone for 3 days for your marriage. And it has to start, taking all the videos right from the mehendi, then all other functions. It's a 3-day function, right? So everywhere you want drone to come and it has to capture. Think about a common man, like a consumer. What you have to do? First, you have to go and Google it. Okay, who are the drone guys in Delhi? So you will find 10 or 15 different, what do you call, the marriage engagement guys for drone service provider. You will go and one of the drone provider, then you will see the feedback, review, comments. This is a very good drone service guy, and he will do it. Fine. So the drone service guy, you will pay rent for 3 days to him. He will ask you what kind of drone you want, what kind of configuration of drone you want. So you will tell him that the DJI drone or some other variety of drone. You will tell him, and as per the drone, he will charge. That is fine. So it's not about just drone, right? You got the drone. He will get the drone and he will fly, and drone captures all the images, videos. Where these images and videos should be captured? Drone guy will not have a lavish on-premise data center, right, to capture all your images. He has to leverage a guy who already have the better storage. So he will choose the cloud. So all your images will get stored in your Google Cloud or iCloud. Then end of the day, or he will store all these images, videos in one of his Google Drive, and he will give an access to that Google Drive to you. So he will be leveraging the cloud storage. And once you have the cloud storage and you brought all the videos or images, how you are going to put them in an order and create some videos or create some connected content. Again, you have to leverage certain services. But again, you have the cloud. Now, while doing all this, one major area that we should not forget is the internet speed. Who is going to provide the internet speed? And once this guy copies the images and everything, what is the software that this drone service provider has, in which he can capture all these videos and all, and remove some of the nasty pictures and all, and give you the a clean content. So he will have his own application, or probably he may have another application which will take the like videos and club all of them, or which will what do you say, which will call the photos and create a what is that, collage or something. So he will have his own application, not only the drone services. He may have his own application, or you as an enterprise, you have come up with an application, and then you will tell that, okay, if you have captured all the images through drone, I have an application, I have a software, you subscribe to my software, I'll make your marriage videos, content and all more beautiful. All I want is just photos and videos that are captured by drone. So if you see, there are 3-4 companies are taking part here. One is the drone service, who had brought drones, hundreds of drones from China or some other country, and who is giving you drones on rental basis. Another guy who got his own product or platform which will capture the drones images and create a good collage for you. The third one, most important guy, the telco provider who is giving network to you, like which network you are using while you are using the drone, because the drone cannot simply push the files into your server, right? You need to have a Wi-Fi, and you need to have the ports, connects, switches between the drone and your server environment. So who is that? Is it Airtel or Jio? Now a scenario comes, let us say Airtel thinks that, okay, I'm a telecom provider and I'm giving the service to Sagar, who is a Airtel, and let me give you another offering to Sagar. So I will log into Airtel. Instead of going to drone Delhi itself, I'll pick a drone. Airtel will connect to the drone service providers who have registered as partners. So you have Airtel as one company. All these drone providers who are connected with Airtel as a partners are the another companies. And you have only one company, which is Telecom, which is universally doing all this. So if I go to Airtel, I drone service, I don't know about who is the drone provider. I'll go from there. The couple of drone providers already available, so that guy will come. In the entire transformation journey for all the 3 days, I'm leveraging Wi-Fi. If I need more Wi-Fi for this drone, so I'll buy for these 3 days another 100, another 100 kb extra speed I will buy. and whatever other ports I want. And finally, I'll have all my data available in my own Airtel portal. So imagine a situation where it's my imagination, okay? It's not something on the ground. So imagine a situation where a telco provider who is supposed to do the business from all these years, okay, generate the numbers, establish a connect between two consumers, they will talk to each other. So from a traditional way of speaking, he comes out with more refined offerings that, okay, if your marriage is there, come to me, I'll give you a drone as a service for surveillance. If you are if you have a threat at home, next 4 days or 7 days, you want some video cameras, surveillance you want at your home, come to me, I will give you a surveillance package. I will give you a marriage package. I'll give you a surveillance package. I'll give you another package. So this telco provider in future can give you a different drone packages also. Apart from your Airtel contacts, Airtel TV, Airtel Live, you may experience more packages from the telco as a drone services. And because he is leveraging the entire cloud environment, which is not his traditional engineering environment. His engineering environment is about his private leased lines, WAN, MPLS and all. He is not using that. But this particular offering, he is leveraging completely the public cloud space. That's the advantage of, the industry cloud. So the last one, manufacturing. Now we are talking about EV, electronic machines. We are talking about gas. If you experience or if you witness last 2-3 years, suddenly there is a major change in the Indian roads, especially in the national highways. It's not like what it's not only just vision of Nitin Gadkari and other people. The need that is coming out in the future is you need national highways to be very heavy roads, and not only the roads, the two sides of the road or middle of the road, you will find a lot of space. The reason is the future is EV cars. While you are going, you have to stop your car, you have to charge it. After 300 kilometers, you have to park your car for 1 hour. But if you have your car at designated uh, fuel stations, it may take you full rate. Now, what you see when you go there and park in Delhi and Noida, you you got a very huge parking slot, and but thousand cars are there. First, it's not like you will find where to go and where is the area, because every point you have a fueling point. You can go and put your to the charger and you wanted to charge it. So what you do is you will open an app. Okay, this is again imagination. Okay, you will open an app and you will find, okay, you are at the fueling station number 123, and in the 123, how many cars are there? What is the space for car parking? And you'll find what is the open slot where you have the free slot. Free slot is parking number 976. So you go to parking number 976. Before you go to parking number 976, you will park your car and you will in the charge. When you plug in the charge, it will ask you how much you wanted to charge. You say 1,000 rupees. What is the full fuel charge? 1,000 rupees. And you will again open your mobile app. Your mobile app has the fuel charge limit, the fuel charge balance. The fuel charge balance is 100 rupees. So immediately you will add 100 rupees. And then you will plug in. When you plug in, you have a scanner. You scan with your mobile. It will charge your car, and it takes 1 hour to charge your car. You just go to some nearby coffee shop, because all these the national highway fuel stations. If you find, not only you will have the fuel thing, you will have the game zone. You will have the food courts. You will have everything, because you need to spend time, right? 1 hour charging. What you will do in 1 hour? So you'll go to a nearby Starbucks, you'll have a coffee, come back, see your car gets charged, and just walk away from there. So in the entire journey, what you have taken, you have used your mobile app. If you will have a pre-loaded balance amount, then you have an app which shows through satellite system which will connect to the parking area where you have, and it will show you a free slot. You go to that free slot and park your car and charge your car. And how they know all this information? Because all these apps are developed in cloud. Your entire data is loaded in the cloud. The moment I trigger with my mobile with my car number, it will check my car. It will probably check my engine. It will tell how much amount, how much, uh, how many kilometers it can go. So how much I have to, again recharge it. So this is called connected system in the manufacturing area of automobile sector, where you can see how the industry is leveraging cloud. Again, choice is yours, where you want it to work, on the mobile apps, on the connected devices, or on the data science, or on the engineering IT, where you would like to select your career depends upon your choice of interest. By force, you can't be a cloud engineer, but by choice, you can select what is the best option you have. Okay. So you can see the kind of navigation happens. Then you have the parking, you have to check the valet pay, then you will choose the gas station, you will fill it, and you will complete your transaction. So last 2 years, you see, before last 2 years, I have to remember my insurance, my car insurance. Sometimes I used to forget. After 1 month, I used to rush back and tell them, okay, tell me what is the how much amount I have to pay. But now, if you see, September is my car insurance I have to renew, but I start getting, reminders from people from August only. Sir, your car is due for insurance. You have to go. Now, which insurance I have to. I wanted to choose what is the best option. What is the best option I have to go for it. I don't go blindly by whatever is there. I will go to Policy Bazaar. I will give my chassis number, my engine number, my car number, and the RC number. And Policy Bazaar will give me 8 or 10 options. Okay, Bajaj with personal accident, say 10,000 rupees. Tata AAG, which covers whether you make an accident or you were hit by an accident. Okay, this is the coverage. So how they are getting this data? Policy Bazaar gets this data from the individual insurance companies in the market. And the data what they get from Tata AAG, from Bajaj, from the Kotak, all Mahindra, from all these guys, is their own data, the rules. Okay, this year, these are our rules for the car insurance. And what they will do is, they will take all these data, they will run through different AI models, and they will give some certain recommendations to you. Okay, if you say personal accident, that means you have done accident on your own. If you say I never do that, I am very confident, I never hit myself, any wall or truck or anything, and personal accident coverage is I have to pay another 5,000. So if I say I don't want to pay this 5,000 extra, I can leave it. But they will give me all sorts of recommendations, not only based on the data they have, based on the accidental data happened in last 2 3 years in the market. They will analyze, they will run the AI engines, and they will give me the recommendations. So I, as a consumer, have an option to select the best insurance I wanted to pick up. And then rest is story. It's a 2 minutes thing. You select the insurance option, pay through your phone pay, done. And within 1 minute, you will get the PDF downloaded. You will get the insurance copy on your Gmail. So for a consumer, it is a two-step job. But for a for a company like Policy Bazaar, you have to collect the data from all the policy companies, insurance companies, and you have to structure the data from an unstructured format to structured format, because some people will have the text kind of information. So you need to convert this unstructured data into structured data. Then you have to analyze the data. Then you have to say, for a personal accidental coverage, how the different companies rules are, acting. and how you can find out the which one is the good one. All these logics and all are pre-built algorithms that are available in the market that they have to buy. It is not like you are going to buy everything or build everything. So the last one, insurance sector, is again just now I informed. I was telling about most important area, critical area is your health coverage, your car insurance, your health insurance, your personal insurance. Nowadays, as a consumer, you want more details, more history, a more proven story about that. So this is where you want more data. The data has to churn in the cloud, and you have to bring the data through the by applied by the data science models and convert it into a structural data which you can read and you can understand. And that's how all these insurance companies are moving their. And in addition to that, the internal operation of the universities or the college or the companies. We used to have in my olden days in TCS, Lotus Notes and all. Nowadays we are using Microsoft Teams, Outlook. I can operate anytime from my mobile. If I have my mobile, I have my office in my hand. Similarly, universities are moving to have digital connected way. For example, you are using Microsoft Teams. Any point of time, you all can contact the Teams. You wanted to share a document. You wanted to have a quick chat with your professor. You can open Teams and link your professor, and you both can talk. You wanted to share a document to your professor. You are traveling on the bus. He asked, "Can you quickly share a document to me?" You will open your Microsoft OneDrive. You pick the document, transfer through Microsoft Teams to your professor. Your job is done in less than 30 seconds. How well we have structured our connectivity for a better operations through Office 365, which is digital workplace. It could be Google, it could be Microsoft Office 365, or it could be any platform. But how fast we are connected to a system, how fast two people can communicate with each other is nothing but digital connected workplace, and which is very, very important in the current scenario where most of the companies, I would say 90% of the companies have transformed from their traditional operating model to digital operating model leveraging cloud. So these are all the different, the scenarios of the industry of the cloud. As I told, industry is vast. Which industry you wanted to select, from retail to government, healthcare, pharma, life sciences, banking, automobile industry. Industry is a good platform. One has to be a subject matter expert in that industry. Then you build the technology on top of it, and then you build your career on top of it. Which area you wanted to be specialist? You wanted to be a specialist in the cloud security. Okay, which area of cloud security? You want to be ISACA certified? You want to be international certified? What kind of, or you want to be cyber certified? So you need to pick up the area where that fascinates you, that you loves to work, and then adopt the technology, whether it is a public cloud or a private cloud or a multi-cloud or very particular area. Because if you are good in one cloud area, obviously you will easily learn the other. If you are good in Azure, it is similar to AWS and GCP. Only one area you have to be specialist, and most important thing is you must have a solid understanding on the data. In the entire cloud journey, if you are good in understanding what is the data, then trust me, you are on cloud nine. Those who are good in data, who spend reasonably good time on the data, you will be the top. So that's all.
Thank you. Thank
I'm
you.
open for questions.
Yeah, thank you, Vidyasagar ji, for your wonderful presentation. And I'm sure that everyone must have gained the knowledge by your session. So we have also shared the feedback link in the chat box. So we request everyone to please give your valuable feedback. And I just have a one question, though there are many questions. Most of the participants have shared with me personally. So I just would like to, because of lack of time, I would like to ask one question. Like suppose if anyone wants to start their own company, so how would they will know that whether cloud is right for their business or not? So if you can just answer this, Vidyasagar ji.
Yeah. See, most of the companies, if I see the SMBs or startup companies in Hyderabad, almost everybody is using SaaS as their platform, software as a service. Say you wanted to start your company, you have 3 people. Just go and buy Office 365 for 3 of you. It is a per user license, per user, say $10 per month. That means you will spend $30 per month, 3 of you. But once you have the Office 365, you have the complete office in your hand. 3 of you can have Outlook, you can talk to Teams, you can have the chart, you can use some whiteboarding and everything, you can communicate. So the easiest way for someone is you don't need to have heavy infrastructure. It is all, bubble offices that you are going to set up, but all you need to have is have your own office in your hand. That's what I call it as a digital workplace.
So thank you very much, Vidyasagar ji, for the lecture. Our students are immensely benefited. Faculty also got a lot of idea about the cloud computing. We will share the questions that we received with you, and we will also share the responses received from you. At 11:30, they have reserved this Zoom for somebody else who will be starting their program shortly.
Okay.
So I now request Dr. Akshay Kumar ji to deliver a very quick vote of thanks.
Hello. Thank you, Professor Suresh. And I thank for this particular presentation. I first of all thank Mr. Vidyasagar for such a wonderful presentation. And from our side, I thank everybody who is responsible for making this particular thing happen, starting from our Honorable Vice Chancellor, leading to our Pro Vice Chancellor, Uma Kanjilalji, our Director, and our faculty members, all the faculty members, and all the participants who have taken pain to attend this particular session. So with this quick vote of thanks, I thank you everyone for coming into this particular session.
So
Over
we
to
will
you,
just have a group photos. If I request all the participants to switch on their videos, quickly they can just switch on their videos for a minute. And I request my team, my other colleague to quickly take the screenshot. So I request everyone, guys, if everyone can switch on their video for a minute. Yeah, I think most of them, yeah. Thank you, Vidyasagar ji. Yeah, I think that they are, yeah. So most of them, they are joining now. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. So, yes. So if everyone can switch on their video for a few seconds, maybe we can have a group photo here. Thank you.
So thank you very much,
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Vidyasagar ji.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ji. Thank you.